Though we serve beneath the crown, we reign as monarchs of the morning light. With hidden gems in our sleeves and pockets bare, a chalice that mirrors the world, yet dust clings to our souls. Our presence is sober, but our pride intoxicates, united like the ocean, yet drowning in our own depths. When fortune's witness grins, we reflect the moon's serene glow. We guard the crown and helmet of the wakeful king of fortune each night. Seize the chance to be with us, and you can sleep while we keep watch. King Mansour knows that wherever we set our intentions, we dress our friends in the robes of victory and make shrouds for our enemies from their blood. There is no place for deception before us. We are the red lions and the black serpents. Tell Hafez's creditors to repay, for we are witnesses to his confession. I have the circling of the pilgrims around the beloved. I turn, not as the dogs do. I do not circle the dead. I am like the gardeners. Having placed the spade on my shoulder, I circle the date clusters. Not that date which, when eaten, becomes phlegm, but the one that brings bile yet sprouts as I circle. The world is a snake, and beneath it is a treasure hidden well. I am the treasure's guardian, and I circle like a snake. I have no worries about the seeds. Even though I circle this house, deep in thought, I have sunk like a water snake. I circle. I do not want a house in the village, nor a fat cow and herd, but I am drunken with the Lord, seeking the Lord. I circle. I am a companion of Kidda, and every moment I seek Kadra's footstep, I stand still and wander. Like a compass, I circle. Like the morning, just a breath remains until I see you. Show your face, beloved, so that I may pour out my soul like a candle. The treasure in the sleeve and the empty purse. Show the cup of the universe, and we are the dust of the path. Like the morning, just a breath remains until I see you. Show your face, beloved, so that I may pour out my soul like a candle. The treasure in the sleeve and the empty purse. Show the cup of the universe, and we are the dust of the path. When the beloved of fate beckons, I am like a mirror reflecting the face of
Servants of the King, kings of the dawn. This phrase captures the essence of a profound duality that exists within each of us. It speaks to the balance between our earthly existence and our higher spiritual nature. Hafez, the beloved Persian poet, speaks in riddles. His poetry is not just a collection of beautiful words, but a map to the soul. Each verse is a key, unlocking deeper layers of understanding and insight. His words are like secret doorways into a world beyond our everyday thoughts. They invite us to step through, to explore the hidden realms of our consciousness, and to discover the truths that lie beyond the surface of our daily lives. He calls us servants of the King, reminding us that we live in a world of limitations. We are bound by the rules and structures of society, by the expectations placed upon us, and by the physical constraints of our bodies. We are bound by time, by our thoughts, by the material world. These limitations can often feel like chains holding us back from our true potential, but they are also the very things that shape our experiences and give our lives meaning. But Hafez also calls us kings of the dawn. This is not a contradiction, but a recognition of our dual nature. While we are bound by the world, we also have the capacity to rise above it, to transcend our limitations and connect with something greater. He sees a hidden royalty within each of us. This royalty is not about power or wealth, but about the inherent dignity and worth of every human soul. It is a reminder that we are more than our circumstances, more than our struggles. This king represents our true nature, our soul, which is free and eternal. It is the part of us that is connected to the divine, that is capable of love, compassion, and wisdom. It is the source of our greatest strengths and our deepest joys. We are both the servant, bound by the world, and the king, capable of transcending it. This duality is not a conflict, but a harmony. It is the dance of life, the interplay between our earthly and spiritual selves. How can we be both? This is the central paradox Hafez invites us to explore. It is a question that challenges us to look beyond the surface, to delve into the depths of our own being, and to find the answers within ourselves. This is the central paradox Hafez invites us to explore. His poetry is a guide, a beacon of light in the darkness, helping us navigate the complexities of our existence and find our way back to our true selves. His poetry is a guide to help us remember our own inner king, to reconnect with the part of us that is wise and powerful, that knows the truth of who we are and what we are capable of, to break free from the limitations of our minds, to let go of the fears and doubts that hold us back, and to embrace the fullness of our potential, and to experience the timeless dimension that is always present. This is the realm of the soul, the place where we are truly free, where we can find peace and joy no matter what challenges we face in the material world. The language of wine and lovers. This phrase evokes a sense of mystery and allure, much like the dawn breaking over a serene landscape or the first light of sunrise filtering through a mystical forest. It hints at the profound connections between the natural world and the human heart. Hafez doesn't speak in straightforward terms. His words are like ancient Persian manuscripts, filled with layers of meaning and intricate calligraphy. Each stroke of his pen is deliberate, each word chosen with care, much like the poetry that fills these historical books. He uses metaphors, like a lover whispering secrets. These metaphors are intimate and personal, drawing us into a private world where every whisper holds a universe of meaning. It's as if Hafez is inviting us to lean in closer, to listen with our hearts as well as our ears. Wine, for example, represents a state of divine intoxication, a freeing of the soul from its earthly constraints. When we see wine being poured into a glass or a goblet resting on a table adorned with flowers, we are reminded of the beauty and transcendence that Hafez speaks of. Drinking wine in nature becomes a metaphor for immersing ourselves in the divine, for allowing our spirits to soar free. The beloved, often depicted as a beautiful woman or a handsome young man, is not just a person. These portraits, whether of a stunning woman or a dashing young man in traditional attire, symbolize something far greater. They represent the ultimate truth, the divine beauty that our souls long to be reunited with. The beloved is a symbol of ultimate truth, of divine beauty, of that which our soul longs to be reunited with. This ethereal portrait, bathed in glowing light, captures the essence of what Hafez is trying to convey. It's an artistic depiction of the divine, a serene image that speaks to the spiritual journey we all undertake. When Hafez writes about love, he's not just talking about romance. The images of couples holding hands or looking at each other lovingly are beautiful, but they only scratch the surface. Hafez's love is deeper, more profound. It's an abstract representation of the soul's yearning for something greater, something eternal. He's talking about the soul's yearning for union with the divine. This yearning is like a person meditating in nature, seeking spiritual ascension, or a serene silhouette at sunset, contemplating the infinite. It's a journey inward, a quest for the divine within ourselves. These metaphors are like keys, unlocking deeper layers of meaning within ourselves. Each metaphor Hafez uses is a key, an old intricate key that opens doors to new understandings and insights. As we turn these keys, we unlock parts of ourselves we never knew existed. As we read Hafez, we begin to see our own experiences reflected back to us. The act of reading becomes a mirror, reflecting our deepest thoughts and feelings. Whether we are contemplating a book, looking at our reflection, or pondering in nature, Hafez's words resonate with our own inner journeys. We are invited to look beyond the surface of things and discover the hidden truths they hold. Just as a person gazing at the horizon sees beyond the immediate, or eyes reflecting hidden depth, or someone discovering a hidden path in a forest, Hafez invites us to explore the deeper meanings in our lives. His poetry is a guide, leading us to uncover the profound truths that lie beneath the surface of our everyday experiences. Trapped in time's cage. Our minds are often like cages. We get trapped in our thoughts, our worries, our perceptions of the past and the future. We become so focused on the clock ticking that we forget the timeless dimension that exists beyond it. Hafez reminds us that this cage is of our own making. We built it with our thoughts, our beliefs, our attachments to the material world. We believe that we are separate from the universe, from each other, from the divine. This belief in separation is the source of our suffering. It keeps us locked in a cycle of desire and disappointment, of constantly chasing after things that can never truly satisfy us. But Hafez offers us hope. He tells us that the key to freedom is already within our grasp. Beyond the walls of perception, self-awareness is the key to unlocking the cage of our minds. When we become aware of our thoughts, our feelings, our reactions, we create space. In that space, we can begin to see that we are not our thoughts, we are not our emotions, we are something much greater. This awareness allows us to detach from the limitations of our mental forms. We begin to see the world with fresh eyes, to experience the beauty and wonder that is always present, but often hidden by our own thoughts. As we cultivate self-awareness, we start to experience glimpses of the timeless dimension. This is the dimension of pure consciousness, of being present in the moment, free from the constraints of past and future. The journey from form to formlessness is a dance. It's not about rejecting the material world or denying our thoughts and emotions. It's about learning to see through them, to recognize their impermanence, and to rest in the awareness that is beyond them. Imagine a dancer moving gracefully across the stage. Their body takes on different forms, different shapes, but the dancer themselves remains constant. In the same way, our thoughts, emotions, and experiences are constantly changing, but our true nature, our soul, remains eternal. This dance is a process of letting go, of surrendering to the present moment, of trusting that even though forms may change, the essence of who we are remains untouched. The present moment is the only place where we can truly experience the timeless dimension. The past is gone. The future is yet to come. Only in the now can we connect with the eternal. Hafez encourages us to savor each moment, to find joy in the simple things, a cup of tea, the sound of laughter, the warmth of the sun on our skin. When we bring our full attention to the present moment, we step out of the cage of time and enter into the realm of the eternal. In this space of presence, we find peace, we find joy. We find a love that is not dependent on external circumstances, but flows from the depths of our being. Hafez's poetry is a call to awaken. His words are not just ink on paper, they are a bridge to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. Each verse is a whisper from the past, urging us to look within and find the hidden treasures of our soul. It's a reminder that we are not just servants of the King, bound by the limitations of this world. We are more than our daily struggles and the roles we play. We are beings of infinite potential, capable of transcending the mundane and touching the divine. We are also kings and queens of the dawn, inheritors of a timeless wisdom that resides within each of us. This wisdom is not something we acquire from the outside. It is an intrinsic part of our being, waiting to be unveiled. The journey to unveil this inner king or queen is a journey of self-discovery, a path that takes us through the forests of our fears and the lakes of our longings. It is a pilgrimage to the heart where we confront our shadows and embrace our light, of letting go of limiting beliefs, of breaking the chains that bind us to a false sense of self. These chains are often forged by societal expectations, past traumas and self-doubt. To break free, we must first recognize them and then muster the courage to shatter them, of embracing the present moment with open arms. In this embrace, we find the power to transform our lives. The present moment is a gift, a portal to the infinite possibilities that lie within us. By living fully in the now, we tap into a wellspring of creativity and joy. It's a journey that requires courage, compassion, and a willingness to see the world with new eyes. Courage to face our fears, compassion to heal our wounds, and a fresh perspective to see the beauty and potential in every situation. But the rewards are immeasurable. As we climb the mountains of our challenges and reach the peaks of our potential, we find a sense of fulfillment that transcends the ordinary. This fulfillment is not just a fleeting moment of happiness, but a deep, abiding joy that permeates our entire being. As we awaken to our true nature, we discover a love, a joy, and a peace that cannot be found in the fleeting pleasures of the material world. This awakening is a return to our essence, a homecoming to the soul. It is a realization that we are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of its grand tapestry. We become beacons of light, illuminating the world with the wisdom of the ages. Our light is not just for ourselves, but for others as well. As we shine, we inspire those around us to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and transformation. Together, we create a world where the light of wisdom and love dispels the darkness of ignorance and fear.